All right, we are hopping into the Leetcode Daily Challenge for the 5th day of August. Fruit into baskets number 2. Yesterday we had fruit in baskets number 1, and it was a medium, I believe. So now we're jumping to an easy. Usually it's the other way around. If you want to see fruit in baskets 1, we solved it yesterday. I believe it was yesterday. Yeah, yeah. You were given two arrays, fruits and baskets, each of length n, so the same length, where fruits of I represents the quantity of the ith type of fruit, and baskets of j represents the capacity. So fruits and capacity, it kind of reminds me of a DP problem where you had to put the knapsack problem, but we'll see what happens here. From left to right, place the fruits according to these rules. Each fruit must be placed into the leftmost available basket with a capacity greater than or equal to the quantity of that fruit type. Each basket can only hold only one type of fruit. If a fruit cannot be placed in a basket, it remains unplaced. Return the number of fruits that remain unplaced. Just a lot of moving parts here. I think an example is just going to be easy. I mean, to understand what's going on here, because at first it's a little confusing. All right, so we have four. Oh yeah, and by the way, I heard myself say "okay" a lot yesterday when I read a statement. Okay, okay, statement. Okay, I gotta stop doing that. All right, so fruits of zeros 4 is placed in baskets of 1 5. What? Fruits of 1 is placed in baskets of 0. Fruits of 2. Interesting. So this is essentially what it's doing here is saying, hey, we start with the leftmost and we look for the first available. What are the complexities of this? Yeah, that's what I thought. N is only 100. Okay, this is really easy because of that. Um, yeah. So for example, 4, we have to find the first value that is greater than 4. We can brute force this because N is 100 and N is the length of fruits and baskets. So essentially, it'd be 1,000 times 1,000. There might be an easier way to do this. I don't know. But the brute force solution is coming to my mind first, obviously. Um, and yeah, let's just kind of go through this. We'll see. So we have to go through each fruit. Hmm. This one's kind of weird where we have to go over each fruit and then also keep track of the baskets we've been to. I don't love this one. This is kind of weird actually. Um, Stop jumping. Okay. So for each fruit and fruit, we have to find the leftmost open basket essentially that's greater than or equal to a specific value. If not, just return the greatest basket. This is kind of whack, actually. Okay, so get first basket. Okay, I just naming functions are hard. First basket. Oh, I'm so bad at naming. I don't know what to call it. Like let's call it get basket. Okay, get basket. And then we'll return a value, right? That will return a value or an index. So return the value and the index. And then so taken taken's actually going to be an array now. It'll be better to hold an index array. So essentially we'll do, yeah, I think that, I mean, we could just do a set, whatever. Makes a little, it's a little more clarity. There's a little more clarity with having to take an array. And then essentially we just return, well, okay, we need to have the remain value, and I'm just trying to think about how we want to do this. So remain minus equals or plus equals, so if value is greater than fruit, we return 0. That means that the fruit basket, we could put all the fruits in the basket. If fruit is greater than value, I think that's what we want to do, because we never want to turn negative values, so we always want to turn 0. So if fruit is less than value, it'll be like -5. And in that case, we'll just return 0 because all the fruits can go in the basket. But if fruits are greater than the value, meaning greater than the index, greater than the basket, we are actually overflowing fruits in the basket. So yeah, that makes sense. And then we can just return remain here. This is a hard, easy. Wow, okay. And then we just have to do the get basket function, which is going to be, we're actually going to need the fruit and the taken. Actually, both of these. Taken. And then essentially we're going to have to go over each basket each time. And we always have to keep track of the max basket. Wait a minute. I'm thinking about this. I'm having this a little backwards. Um, Sorry. If there's no basket, you just return -1. Okay, that I messed up a little bit here. If I equals -1, return, or not, remain plus equals 1. Okay, that makes a little more sense. Essentially, what I was doing wrong here was I thought like you spill them over a bunch of, no. Okay. Essentially, so now we have a get basket function. This is much easier now. If best, yeah, we need an enumerate. So we get the index. Okay, if basket. Also return -1. So if there's Basket greater than the fruit. Return the specific index. If not, return -1. And then this is that check. And then we could just do continue on that because we don't want to set this. Any silly mistakes? I want to get a 1 pass here. Ah, okay. Let's see what we're getting here. Oh, forgot to add this and not taken. Beautiful. Now, I could see how this problem can get really hard. We got it there. All right, a little bit, a little. Always, there's always a little bit of fudgy. We did have the problem wrong. We should have read the problem a little better. Um, I was like thinking you could overflow, whatever. It was an easy problem. I should have really thought about that. But that's like the easy solution because we have such small things. Wow, look at, yeah, they're doing the same thing we are. N squared solution. Anyone got a yeah, 2 pointers? Is that what we're doing here? And what is this? N times M? Yes, kind of same thing here. Okay, that's it for that one. That was a pretty nice solution. I could have been more specific on my reading. I think I could have improved in the way I read the problem. I read it wrong. I gotta go through each example. I thought I had an understanding of it because it was an easy, but we caught ourselves quick though, and it was pretty trivial. But yeah, that's it. Stay healthy. See you tomorrow.